Hari Om. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. A very warm welcome to each one of you. Okay, we're just checking on it. In fact, we said everything is all right, but now, is it all right? Can you just recheck and a reconfirmation? Okay, till then, let's start our prayers. Okay, I'll inform them. Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrutyorma amrutam gamaya. Sahana vavatu sahanau bhunaktu sahaviryam karavavahai tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. O Lord the Almighty, together we all devotees bow down before you, our humble salutations, to seek your grace, your blessings, your mercy, your love, your compassion, your strength, your forgiveness, Shraddha, Bhakti, Jnana and Vairagya. Please bless all of us with these divine qualities and make this divine knowledge, the supreme knowledge, a living reality for all of us in our lives. Om Tat Sat.
Yat
Today we are on our Divine Discourse number 149, the 8th of October 2020, Sharvarinama Samvatsara Dakshinayana. Adhika Ashwijamasa Krishna Paksha Shrashti Mrugashira Nakshatra Varyan Yoge Vanija Karane. On this auspicious day of Thursday and this time of afternoon, Naham Karta Hari Karta Hari Preranaya Hari Prityartha. We all thank the Lord extremely for having given us this rare opportunity and unique opportunity to learn and receive His divine grace. Om Tat. Welcome all of you once again. Good evening. So today we are on the fag end of the chapter 12, which is the Bhakti Yoga. See, as we all know, there are several ways to reach the Lord. Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Raja Yoga, and Jnana Yoga. Bhakti Yoga seems to be one of the most followed and an achievable path. One may not have that kind of great knowledge, but it's up to the Lord to see how we can bestow that knowledge on us. He said, just do that bhakti on me. Surrender yourself to me, and I will take care and ensure that the knowledge comes to you in the right manner and you are accomplished. You become realized. You become enlightened. So now we'll understand. In the last verse he concludes, after having given all the qualities at one go, he then finally concludes and he says how this knowledge has to be used. How should one look at it from the point of view of wealth? So today I'll not go to revise the previous verses. So we'll start with 20, and after explaining this concluding verse, then we'll take the entire qualities, 34 qualities at one go. And post that we'll do the summary of this entire chapter. I've beautifully now prepared various points where it makes you very easy to follow what the Lord is saying. See, many a times these particular verses you have to read between the lines. So when you read the commentaries, the bhashyas, you get an idea what is the meaning which the Lord is really wanting to tell us. So we'll do all these exercises. Okay. Now the 20th verse. Let's chant. Please repeat. Ye to dharmyamritamidam yatoktam paryupasate श्रद्धधाना मत्परमा भक्तास्तेतीव मे प्रियाः एतद्धर्म्यामृतमिदं यतोक्तं पर्युपासते श्रद्धधाना मत्परमा भक्तास्तेतीव मे प्रियाः. He talks of one quality over here. That is Shraddha. And he says, those of you, he calls this as Amritamidam. This knowledge, he says, Amritam. He compares this to Amrita, elixir. And those who honor this knowledge as Amrita and have faith in me, devotion in me, a firm intent to become one with me as their supreme goal in life. This is nowhere to be compromised. As their supreme goal in life, he said, such bhaktas are exceedingly dear to me. So now what does he mean by saying one needs to honor this and consider this as a nectar of wisdom or an elixir of wisdom or the highest knowledge? Anything for that matter, even in the materialistic world, unless you first value it, you will not give any kind of importance to it. It can be anything. It can be your own personal issues like your health, your relationship, and then you come to your possessions. All this you are able to focus and give maximum importance only when you value them first. So here the Lord says, you have to have that samman, that shraddha and bhakti. He glorifies bhakti to another great level. He says, yes, I can take an horse to the pond, but you cannot make it drink water. I can give you this knowledge. By Bhagavad Prapti, Bhagavad Ichcha, you got this knowledge. But what if you do not cultivate what has been told? See, eventually in this spiritual path, it's all about everything we have learned has to become your personal experience. Anubhav, what we call, This realization happens only when it goes deep inside you and you experience it. Till then, this is just knowledge. Knowledge is what? Shastra. Shastra is what? Shabda, words. Now, for example, water is a word. You are thirsty. Now, just by you repeating the word water, 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 are you going to be quenched of your thirst? No. You actually need that Shastra of that word, which is water. You actually need water to quench your thirst. So here this knowledge has to transform you. You have to transform yourself and make that a living experience for yourself. मूर्ख हृदय न चेत, यदि guru mila hi vichari sama. Here what they say, if a devotee does not practice what is told, or if a bhakta does not practice what is told, even if he gets Lord Brahma as his guru, he will still stand to fail. How you can take an horse to the pond? Same way. The jnana is given, but now you have to practice it. Fulahi falahi na ket, yaddapi mrusha varshahi jalat. Yes, even if there is amrita varsha in your field where you don't work properly on the field, you can grow nothing. It's not only by rain that you will grow something there. You will have to toil the land. You will have to sow the seeds. You will have to remove the weeds, the unnecessary plants which are grown. And water is one among them which is required. So even an Amrit Varsha will not do anything to you. You may feel that I'm listening to the discourses. I'll listen to them again and again, again and again. Don't be under the impression that you are done with that. Make that knowledge your personal experience. This is what the Lord is exactly trying to convey that message to us. Have that samman, have that shraddha. First give it that value. And with that shraddha, you move forward. In this Bhagavad Gita Dhyana Adhyay, there is one shloka there which says, Sarvopanishad Gavo Dhogda Gopala Nandanaha Partho Vatsa Sudbhir Bhokta Dhugdam Gitamritam Mahat. So finally, like when class was going on, all this is concluding. The teacher tells this. Now what does this mean? That all these Upanishads are like the cows. Here the milkman who is milking the cow is Lord Krishna, and Arjuna, who is Partha, is compared like the calf. So normally what they do? The cow first gives milk to its calf, and then later on the milkman milks and gives it to the others. So we all are like other than Partha. We have got the nectar of this Gita, which is this milk. Now here when this shloka was recited, Sarvopanishado Gavo Dogda Gopal Nandana. So one student, he gets up and he says, Swamiji, you mentioned Do Gada or Dogda, which means milk. He says Do Gada. Which are these two Gada you mentioned? The Guruji said, one is you and the other is me. You have learnt everything, and see the kind of question that student is putting. For Dogda, he made it as Dogada. So just listening is not enough. One has to do manana, chintana, smarana and chintana. Clarify all doubts. And then get into a stage of nididhyasana. These are extremely important. The Bhagavatam says, Tat shrunuvan vipatan vicharana paro bhaktya vimucchen naraha. Listen Study, think, and then bhakti, and thereafter act accordingly. So nothing stops at this level of listening. A level of listening is only the beginning of your entire exercise. If you feel I'm not able to progress, I'm not able to get what I have to do, don't hesitate to ask a question. The path is properly designed, simplified, and everything will be told step by step. As you got the hang of what is told, then start thinking about it. Manana, contemplation. What are these qualities? What is that the Lord is saying? When these are so dear to me, I like people who have these qualities, meaning you develop these qualities and you become likable by the Lord. And as we saw in detail, it's not only likable by the Lord, but also likable by the world. Each and every quality is so important. They're lovable qualities. So this knowledge is like pustakatu ya vidya parahastagatam dhanam karyakale samutpanne nasa vidya natad dhanam. He says that knowledge which is in the book and that money which is in the hands of others, when in great need, both of this will come of no use to you. So don't just listen and leave it in the book. Make it your knowledge. Do the manana, do the vicharana, and with bhakti, imply all that in your life. We hear again and again, this is what the God is talking. See, earlier, if you see, I'm not talking of a century ago or something. I'm just talking about 9 years back when I studied this course. It was in the ashram. We asked for, when we don't come, can we listen to the lecture on Skype or a recording? They completely disagreed. They said this has to be face to face, and no other way this knowledge will be imparted. But now things have changed. Now you get it in print, you get a CD, DVD, TV, radio, YouTube, all sorts of methods you are able to get this knowledge. So this only shows the grace of Lord. Any number of times you want to listen, you can listen. There we used to listen once, and whatever notes we made, that was the end of it. Now let's go a little backward in time. Swami Chinmayananda, our Gurudev, when he was studying under Tapovan Maharaj in Uttarkashi, see now how that teacher was. Strict instructions that nobody can take notes during the class. Meaning what? You have to listen and completely get everything in your mind. There was no scope even for taking notes. That Shravana itself had to be 100%, it had to be taken in your mind. And another important instruction was, if somebody looked around here and there while the class was going on, the teacher is to just get up and go. This is about, I can say, maybe 40, 50 years ago. Now, go a little backward on time. During that time, the same rules which applied 40, 50 years ago, and this knowledge was available only in the hills, the Himalayas. If you had to take this knowledge, you had to leave everything over here and go there and be a student for that 6 years, 8 years, 10 years, 12 years, which means what? You can't do your secular life and this Adhyatmic life. So when we see this, I tell you, today's age, we are so blessed to get this. Especially in this time, at the comfort of your homes, we are getting this knowledge. I can't see a better grace of the Lord than this. So what we have to really imbibe or take in our lives is that what he says here, only that Shraddha is not enough. I tell you, the way we have got this opportunity, we have to add that word Ati Shraddha Dahana. Ati. Maximum Shraddha we should have now. Because this is the grace. You have got where you are sitting. So now let's look at all the qualities. We have now totally 34 qualities. Okay, I'll just take one by one. We'll go through all these 34. Somewhere here and there we have combined together, so 34, 35 is fine. In some we have broken it into two, or we might have combined. You'll take a check as to which verse, how many qualities is talking about. Now personally, for your benefit, what we have done is, we have comprised all these 34, 35 qualities into 6 qualities primarily, and the 7th is Japa and the 8th is Dhyana. So with these 8, we call it as Ashta Aishwarya and Ashta Saubhagya. Ashta Aishwarya means 8 qualities which are that treasure which you have to cherish in your life. Saubhagya is that grace which you are getting. So we'll come to those 6 plus 2 later. Now we'll see one by one what are all these. Take a recap of all these 35 qualities. Now it starts from verse 13. Adveshta sarva bhutanam. One who hates no creature. I made it very simple. One who hates no creature. No creature means it's not only that you're talking of human beings. You're talking of any creature. One who hates no creature. Maitraha, second one. One who is friendly. Third, Karunaha. One who is loving and compassionate. Fourth, Nirmama. Nirmamo is where you are free from these shackles of attachment. Fifth one, Nirahankaraha. You're free from ego. Sixth one is Samadukha Sukha, who is balanced in both pleasure and pain. Seventh is Shami, who is forgiving. Mistakes do happen. He forgives. Now verse 14, 8th quality, Santushtaha, ever contented. 9th, Satatam Yogi, who is steady in meditation. 10th, Yatatma, self-controlled. 11th is Dhrudha who has that quality of firm conviction, that willpower. 12th, Mayarpita Manobuddhihir, that Bhakta who has dedicated his mind and intellect to the Lord. 13th, which is in verse 15 now, Yasman no dujate lokaha, who is not of any agitation to the world. Or in other words, by whom the world is not affected or agitated. He has got a no nuisance value to the world. 14th, Lokano Dvijate Chaya, and the opposite of it. He does not get agitated by anybody in the world, by others. 15th, Harsha Marsha Bhayodvegair, who is free from joy, envy, fear, and anxiety. 16th, Anapekshaha, who is free from wants and desires. When you have santushti, anapeksha is inbuilt, So that's how we have reduced the qualities. Otherwise, it becomes a big list for us to follow. So we made it very brief, like 6 plus 2, 8. So likewise, anapeksha, who is free from wants and desires. Shuchihi, who is pure and clean. 18th is daksha, who is alert and efficient, who is focused on his goal. Udasino, no expectations. Expectations are the root cause of all misery. Don't expect. Udasinaha. 20th, Gatavyataha. He is virakta, filled with sharanagati, surrender. 21st, Sarvaramba Parityagi. One who does things with that same zeal till the end. Yona Hrishyati, na dveshti, na shochati, na kankshati. These are now 22nd and 23rd combined. He neither rejoices nor hates. He neither grieves nor he desires. Shubha Ashubha Parityagi, 24th. He renounces both good and evil. Bhakti Manyaha, 25th. He is filled with devotion. He is still enhancing his devotion, his power of bhakti. He is improving upon it. 26th. Samashatraucha Mitrecha, who is the same to an enemy and a friend. 27th, Tatha Manapamana Yoho. He is the same in times of honor and dishonor. If somebody praises you, he is the same. If somebody dishonors you, causes disgrace, he is the same. 28th, Shitoshna Sukha Dukkheshu. At the level of the body and mind, which means during cold and extreme heat, which is at the level of the body, he is the same person. He does not complain. And at the level of the mind, pleasure and pain. When something good comes to your mind, you feel happy, you feel pleasure. And when something bad is told to you, then you experience pain in your mind. So Shitoshna Sukha Dukkheshu, at the level of the body and mind, all these pairs of opposite, what we call, he maintains that balance. 29th, Samasanga Vivarjitaha, he is free from attachment again. 30th, Tulya Ninda Stutihi. So same, in criticism and praise, he is equipoised. 31 is Mauni. He tries to be in silence. He does not unnecessary blabber. He tries to maintain silence to the best extent, not only at the level of his speech, but at the level of his thoughts in the mind. 32 Santushto Yena Kenachita. Anything that comes to him, he accepts it with that prasada buddhi and he feels contented. 33 Aniketaha. He knows that he is not in this world to increase his possessions. He says, I am happy with what I have. I will not run after possessions. I will only strive to reach the Lord. Sthiramatihi, the 34th last one. His mind is steady and calm. So these are all these beautiful 34 qualities. Now I'll take you through the 8 Ashta Ishwarya, what I mentioned to you. The first one is Bhakti. Second is Kshama. Third is Seva. Fourth one is Dhrudha Nishchayaha. Fifth one is practicing Sakshi Bhava. Sixth one, Aniketaha. And seventh and eighth is, seventh is Japa, eighth is Dhyana. Japa and Dhyana we are doing on a daily basis. So Monday to Saturday, we should make a plan where every day we take up one particular quality and continuously start practicing on that particular day. Say if it is Monday, Bhakti. How you can do more and more Bhakti, how you can get more and more engrossed with the Lord, you have to make a specific attempt towards that. That is the purpose of designing this module. Second is Kshama. Biggest gift one can have, if you have the power of forgiving, you are out of most of the anchoring of your mind. So how to develop Kshama? So likewise, Seva, Dhrudha Nishchaya, Sakshi Bhava, Aniketa, Japa, this is all what we need to cultivate one by one. Now these 6 plus 2 qualities, would you all want me to explain much more detail on these 6 qualities so that we are able to implement in our lives much better? If you all say you should explain again, then I will take up from tomorrow again one quality and properly embed it in your minds so that make it easy for you all to practice it. Or if you all have understood based on what we have already explained, I leave it to you. Okay. So I think this is good enough. We'll take up these qualities tomorrow. I'll give you wonderful stories again, and what will happen is you'll have to start practicing this. See, the moment you commit yourself and you say, oh Lord, you have given this knowledge, now I want to imbibe this and make this as a part of my life. Please bless me and please grace me to adhere these in my life. If you start your endeavor on those lines, then your connection with the Lord is already established. Otherwise, it is that dhogda, he made it as dogada, it will be only that only. We have just listened and we have left it to that. We are not taking it to the next level at all. See, just by getting an application from a university will not give you a seat over there. So this listening is just like getting that application form, nothing beyond it. It is the first step to your seeking an admission in a university. So we'll seriously take this up, all these qualities, tomorrow. And if you all have any doubts, please let me know. We have to properly understand this and then start practicing. Okay. And after the 6 qualities, then we'll go to the summary once again of the entire, all the 20 verses. That should not take much time because we have more or less covered all the qualities, so we are fine. But we'll get the entire bird's eye view of this chapter. We'll do that. Let's say the concluding mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. We offer today's Gita Jnana Yajna together at the lotus feet of the Lord and seek His grace and mercy and blessings once again. Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Idam Namama. Om Tat Sat. Thank you everybody for being a part of this wonderful journey. We look forward to see you all tomorrow. Have a pleasant evening. Hari Om. Namaste.